Alrighty, Duelist Kingdom action, and in this one we've got Mokuba taking on Yugi. So we're going to go from Yugi's perspective to start off with, and we've got him in miniature Yugi form, as that's the avatar that I picked on that Switch. What's that? Lila, Twilight Sworn Enchantress. Oh, that's a mouthful. Okay, Mokuba wins. Sorry, I'm just fiddling with my headset. Yeah, there we go. Alright, Mokuba won rock, paper, scissors, and Yugi has drawn the worst possible hand known to man. That hand literally does nothing. As Mokuba plays Forest, that's a good start for him. He's got a lot of plant monsters, and he plays a face-down defense. That hand for Yugi, okay, if you're a poker player, that is the equivalent of having a 2, a 7, a 5, and like maybe, alright, it's the equivalent of having a 2, a 4, a 6, an 8, and a 10, all of them unsuited, and no connecting cards that have been played on the flop. Yugi did play Winged Dragon, Guardian of the Fortress, destroyed Living Vase though, but if Yugi does not draw the legendary one himself, Bean Soldier, that is the greatest possible move that Mokuba could have just played. You could literally be having, on the opposing side of the field, you could have a 5-headed dragon, a Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, a Gate Guardian. You could also have a... what else is strong? Every possible strong monster, that 4600 one, that's a machine, I don't know its name, but it's 4600 points. You could have all that lined up on your opposing side of the field. In your hand, you could have 4 pieces of Exodia, a Bean Soldier, and a Pot of Greed, with 2 cards in your deck. The best possible move is to play Bean Soldier. That's why Mokuba's in front right now. If Yugi didn't have that Swords of Revealing Light, Bean Soldier would be slapping his side of the field to the moon. Of course, Yugi has to activate his protagonist BS and draw his Swords of Revealing Light, which is the only possible thing right now that could be stopping the legendary one himself, the Bean Soldier. As Yugi has drawn Beaver Warrior, and that will also get a boost from Forest as well. It is a Beast Warrior. Alright, Mokuba, 4 cards in hand. 2 face-down defenses, and the Bean Soldier. And a 4th face-down defense for Mokuba, so well protected. Yugi's Swords of Revealing Light are gone, so Mokuba can now attack. And there is Mammoth Graveyard. Yugi plays Multiply and Moku the Magical Mist to the field. And he keeps Mammoth Graveyard in hand, so Beaver Warrior's defense will get to 1700, which will be one above the legendary Bean Soldier himself. Oh, and a tribute from Mokuba. It is Queen of Autumn Leaves, so that will get to 2000 with the addition of Forest. Up flips Laughing Flower and Maneater. Mokuba is going for an all-out attack here. And it is led off by the Queen of Autumn Leaves, which is a good move. And now, it's at 26, so 3700 points coming off of Yugi's life points here. And look at his hand. Look at the absolute garbage that is in his hand, and look at the quality of Mokuba's field, which is being led by the strongest card in the game, the legendary Bean Soldier. Forget Queen of Autumn Leaves, Bean Soldier's better. Oh, you were kidding me. No, you are absolutely kidding me. He has not just drawn that. Alright, Mammoth Graveyard is played. Oh my god, if you're Mokuba, you've got no choice but to attack either. Alright, Maneater is destroyed. So now Yugi has to activate his protagonist BS to get over the Bean Soldier. He has to cheat to defeat the legendary Bean Soldier. Otherwise, look what else Yugi has. He's got absolutely nothing. What has Mokuba got? Oh no, he's gone for another tribute. And, oh, it's Treant. It's a good card. 1700. This would almost be the end of Yugi if he would land this, but he's gone for an attack. Oh no. Only by the power of Mirror Force is the legendary Bean Soldier and the rest of his comrades defeated. Mokuba's field now may be defenseless. That is absolute. That is the biggest insult I have ever seen. Defeat the Bean Soldier by use of cheap tactics such as the blatantly unfair Mirror Force. Yugi has just summoned a Giant Soldier of Stone. It's a 1300. I hope Yugi gets absolutely ground into the pavement right now. Cheating to defeat the Bean Soldier. How dishonorable can it possibly get? As Mokuba is now down to 5,300 life points, and believe it or not, despite the hand that Yugi drew, they are almost equal on life points, and Yugi now has the advantage. As Mokuba goes with the defense. Come on, Mokuba. You got to draw a Monster Reborn. You got to get that Bean Soldier back. And oh, this is ridiculous. This is... No, this is absolutely ridiculous. Yugi has drawn the Black Luster Ritual. He's got Gaia the Fierce Knight in his hand, which he can also use, and he's going to throw Mammoth Graveyard in there as well. This is cheap. Mokuba deserves this win. He played everything perfectly. And now that Black Luster Soldier is on the field. Oh, he's thinking about it. Oh, okay, he's got him a Giant Soldier of Stone and sucked in. 100% deserved. Snake Yashi blocks Giant Soldier of Stone's attack. Yugi down to 4,000 points. And Black Luster Soldier gets the job done on Snake Yashi. Alright, back to Mokuba. Face down defense. And this isn't looking good. Magical Hats, another, it's not a useless card, but with the cards that Mokuba has played, compared to what Yugi had in his hand, if he didn't draw that Mirror Force, this game would be very different right now. There's Tentacle Plant. He went with Giant Soldier of Stone again, which is, but there we go, 3,000 off Mokuba. He's down to 2,300, and for the first time in this match, Yugi is in lead on life points. Alright, Mokuba, 4 cards in hand. Anything on counterplay. Anything at all. Feral Imp. Well, it's one of Yugi's cards as well, isn't it? Well, they both destroy each other. And it does look like that Mokuba is... Oh! Hello, he's pulled a fissure. And he has just destroyed the Black Luster Soldier. Yugi hasn't got... Oh, he just drew a Mystical Elf. Mystical Elf would have to attack 3 times to get the job done. Yugi's got those stupid hats as well, so he can protect it as well. Alright, so he goes in for a direct attack. It's better Mystical Elf than Black Luster Soldier, though. So Mokuba's still fighting to stay in this. He's played a great match so far. Yugi has played like an egg. Speaking of eggs, does anybody know that card called Monster Egg? 600, 950. On Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories, it's a normal monster. It's got no special effects. On Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories, I kid you not, it is 999,999 star chips. It is the maximum amount of star chips in the game. Monster Egg. I believe it's part of a ritual. I think that's why it's listed at that price, but ridiculous. As Mokuba, he's only got 1 attack left in him. He's got 2 cards face down, so he may... Oh, sorry, it's his turn. He's played a defense. Well, that should at least be able to hold off Mystical Elf. He may have come in clutch. Ah, oh, Horn of the Unicorn. I'll tell Yugi where he can shove that horn. Alright, Mystical Elf now at 1,500. And, it's Dark Plant. Speaking of Forbidden Memories, Dark Plant's a common monster on that. Alright, Mokuba, 2 cards in hand. Doesn't look like he's got anything face down, like in terms of his magic and trap cards. He's just played another face down defense, so he's managing to hold Yugi at bay, but there it is. It's only a matter of time before Yugi, as we see, he has just drawn Feral Imp. And this one could be all over from here. And, oh, it's Ancient Tree of Enlightenment. It's at 1700 defense with the effect of Forest. And Mokuba is still in this. Come on, Mokuba, do it for the bean. Do it for Beanie. Alright, 2 cards in hand. Oh, Tribute. Alright, what's he got? It is Emperor of the Land and Sea. 1800 and... but enough. Oh. Crud. Okay, he's gone for Mystical Elf. Okay, Yugi's going to activate the hats. The thing is, with Mystical Elf holding that equip card, if it goes to defense mode, Mokuba can't destroy it. If he doesn't destroy it, Yugi's going to go on defense and Mokuba will never be able to get at him. If he destroys Horn of the Unicorn, which he was about to do, it would be equipped on Feral Imp. So maybe Mokuba has a... I don't know, maybe he has a Magic Jammer or something. Anything to block that Horn of the Unicorn, but... Alright, there's Horn of Heaven. So Horn of the Unicorn will be destroyed anyway. And it is going to go back to the top of Yugi's deck, so he's going to be able to put that on Feral Imp if he wants. And now a Mystical Elf wouldn't be able to be destroyed anyway. Okay, he's hit Feral Imp. Feral Imp is off the field. So we knew that was going to be Horn of the Unicorn. I wonder if that was the best move from Yugi. Either way, he's defended. He can't be touched now because Mystical Elf is on the field in defense. And Mokuba hasn't got anything else in his deck that's going to be able to get over a 2000 defense. I don't know how he's going to be able to get through this, as Yugi has drawn a Monster Recovery, so still he has got absolutely nothing. So Mokuba not attacking, he knows what's face down on the field. 2 cards in hand. He's 700 points, but he's building up his defenses again. He needs to be careful with Emperor of the Land and Sea though. It is only 1800. If Yugi drew Summon Skull right now, Mokuba would lose his 700 life points, so he has to be careful. As Yugi's drawn that freaking hairball of a Kuribo, and he's got Multiply on the field, so he's gonna activate. He's gonna have 4 Kuribo tokens on the field, so Yugi's life points are gonna be almost impossible to get at right now. Alright, down go 4 Kuribo tokens. If Bean Soldier was still on the field, this match could be over right now. It probably wouldn't, but it could be. Alright, draw phase. Mokuba, 2 cards in hand. Anything at all. He goes to the battle phase. Looks like he's going to go after one of those tokens. So Yugi, with not much in hand, but all it's going to take is... Well, there's Horn Imp. There it is. Will this be it? So Horn of the Unicorn is equipped. So that'll put Horn Imp to 2000. Yugi having a look at his Mystic Box. But in theory, I think Yugi could use Mystic Box. Well, Emperor of the Land and Sea has just been destroyed anyway. I think Yugi could use a Mystic Box and send a Kuribo token, as he's just played Monster Recovery and he selects a Kuribo token which can't be sent back to his deck, and he's drawn himself a new hand, and there is the Summon Skull. There's Mokuba as well. I think the cards have to be face up for Mokuba for him to be able to attack with, but it's not going to be long now. I don't know if Mokuba has anything else he's really realistically going to be able to play. Look, give him credit. He's gone 35 turns. And Yugi had to be cheap to get the advantage back. As there is Curse of Dragon. Alright. Mystical Elf has just been tributed. Now Mokuba it needs to be, yeah, it needs to be destroy all monsters your opponent controls with defense less than summon skulls, which it's only 1200, so Mokuba is not great for summon skull, but I mean the cards need to be face up for it to work anyway. Mokuba lost a few of his defensives there. And he plays another face down defense. But I don't know how much longer this one realistically. Oh, that's Burning Land. Mokuba can't even get through the next turn. The field spell will do 500 damage per standby phase. There's Blackland Fire Dragon. Oh, you jerk. He didn't even attack. He doesn't even have to. 500 points are going to come off Mokuba in the standby phase. And there it is. Burning Land. What a way to win. You cheap bastard. Alright, we will set him up again for a match 2. And unfortunately, the Bean Soldier got cheated out of a victory. So we'll flip that perspective this time. We'll go from Yugi. Sorry, we'll go from Mokuba's perspective this time. Well, fingers crossed that he can draw the Bean Soldier again, and he can send the legendary Bean himself. Now, you know the story of Jack and the Beanstalk? You know where that legendary story came from? It came from the Bean Soldier himself. The Bean Soldier was the one who grew that beanstalk. Supported an entire giant in a house. Okay, no Bean Soldier, and that's a horrible hand for Mokuba. No magics, no traps, just weak monsters. I guess Treant's in there, but 5 stars as well. And what is it? It's only a well, it's a 1500, 1800. All right, Yugi. He's gone to Big Yugi this time. Pharaoh, Atam, and there is a Burning Land card. And the Celtic Guardian. So Barrel Lily is going to be destroyed, and 500 points will come off each player during standby phase, so Mokuba will be the first one to get hit by it. The Bean Soldier is back! Beanie is back, but he can't do much at this point in time. He's 1400 and so is Celtic Guardian. Mokuba makes the best possible move, and that is not to sacrifice the Bean Soldier. The Bean Soldier could come through in this. He can get a forest, you can get a Vile Germs, you can get a Dark Hole, you can get a Fissure, you can get anything. Anything to support the Bean Soldier and that sword he's carrying. Alright, Celtic Guardian destroys Maneater, and now Silver Fang attacks Mokuba. He's down to 6,000 life points. Now he's got the legendary Bean Soldier itself in his hand. Unfortunately, I have to agree with Mokuba. It is probably the best possible move to play the Bean Soldier, to get rid of Silver Fang, to prevent Yugi from being able to make a double tribute for a Dark Magician or anything like that. The Bean Soldier is doing everything it possibly can. What more can be asked of the legendary Bean Soldier itself? It is fighting in a land that is burning, and the Bean Soldier is a plant. Even staring down a forest fire, Bean Soldier has bravely marched into battle. Unwavering confidence, unwavering bravery, and has been cheated out again by a Horn of the Unicorn and a Celtic Guardian, and the Mystical Elf now goes in for an attack. The Bean Soldier should be commended for the bravery, for the battle he fought. He's fighting a losing battle, and never has the Bean Soldier ever given up. Oh, there's Serpentine Princess, which it doesn't matter now because Celtic Guardian's at 2100. And to attack mode it goes. So Weevil, sorry, not Weevil, Mokuba. Mokuba will at least be able to get rid of Mystical Elf, but alright, Yugi's down to 6200. It's a shame that the Bean Soldier couldn't have the benefit of Forest or Vile Germs to power the Bean Soldier up. Alright, the Serpentine Princess is destroyed. And Mokuba's field is empty, 2800 points left. And there is Forest. Just to throw more insult towards the Bean Soldier, now we have Forest, after it's too late. Okay, Drooling Lizard is set. And Yugi is probably just a few turns away from picking up a straight sets win. As another 500 points come off Yugi, but another 500 will come off Mokuba on the next turn as well. As Yugi goes with a face down spell or trap. And just his regular old monsters doing it this time. Silverfang, Mystical Elf, the Celtic Guardian, whom Bean Soldier would all beat right now if it was just Forest on the field. There's Emperor of the Land and Sea. And Mushroom Man has come to the field. But I think Yugi really only needs to draw one more monster. There's another 500 off Yugi, he's down to 4700. And it's Mammoth Graveyard, so Yugi playing all of his basic monsters on this one. He goes for the attack with Mammoth Graveyard. And that'll do it. Mokuba now undefended. And Yugi picks up the straight series win. He had to cheat to beat the Bean Soldier, which says a lot about how legendary the Bean Soldier is. Well, Yugi picks up another win for his Duelist Kingdom total. Let's flip over to Battle City. We've got Arcana going up against Odeon. And that should be a good match. Odeon has played some very good ones in the past so far. And we've also got Mako going up against Panic in the next match. Which, Mako and Panic, that shouldn't be a bad match for Duelist Kingdom. Mai and Keith are coming up as well. That one looks really good as well. So, Battle City is coming up next. Arcana against Odeon. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Wherever you are in the world, stay safe, keep well, farewell.